Tonight, the NFL says it is now fining Panthers owner David Tepper $300,000 after this video of him went viral.
Oh, hell no!
Alright, so recently I called for a public display of neutering for the one Mr. Tepper. We don't need more Teppers in this world, alright? I mean, put a cone on his head and have Panthers fans smear peanut butter all over the cone and watch Tepper get to work. But before I continue, I'm a Commanders fan, alright? And I know all too well about dysfunction. I somehow survived the Snyder era, which was riddled with dysfunction everywhere. Sexual assaults, harassing reporters, our owner who forced football people, GMs, to draft his own QB that he wanted himself, a poorly built stadium that literally pisses on our own fans. So when I tell you I know dysfunction when I see it, trust me, I myself am somewhat dysfunctional. So everyone, this is a story of someone who has no self-awareness. He has a sense of entitlement, superiority, classism, a man who thinks that he is above everything else, everything and everyone, and most importantly, above accountability. So let's get to the facts. The NFL has fined Carolina Panthers team owner David Tepper $300,000 for his quote-unquote unacceptable conduct, which was seen on Sunday where he threw a drink at the direction of Jaguars fans. The NFL released a statement to media on Tuesday announcing the penalty. All NFL personnel are expected to conduct themselves in all times respect with our fans and all that stuff that we should all know by now. Then Tepper released a corresponding statement to the Panthers website or whatever the hell, and he expressed regret, but please note that this buffoon did not apologize. There is no my apologies. There's no I'm sorry. This Tepper has no self-awareness. He is over here not apologizing for his wrongdoings. So I also did some research, right? And I saw that the league's personal conduct policy prohibits league members, including owners, from conduct detrimental to the integrity of a public confidence in the NFL. Which is kind of funny because if you think about it, if a player did the exact same thing that Tepper did, the player would have been suspended. But Tepper, an owner, a self-righteous owner who thinks he can do whatever the hell he wants, just gets a fine. And that's it. I've made it 3 minutes into this video and I have not made fun of Tepper's penis yet. Tepper's penis is so skinny that it can give you a paper cut. Tepper is the type of guy that asks to hold your hand to cross the street and then never let go. Alright, you know what? I'm just dicking around. Alright, let me just focus. Alright, I needed to get that out of my system. Let me just focus. Tepper. Now you can put a face to this rant. Tepper, who is 66 years old, bought the Panthers back in 2018. He purchased the team from founding owner Jerry Richardson, who he had his own
sexual conduct.
Panthers have failed to make the postseason under Tepper, and they've also failed to produce a winning season under Tepper. The $300,000 fine that was imposed on Tepper is laughable because the man is worth $20.6 billion. That fine equates to 0.00146% of his entire net worth. Tepper is actually one of the richest owners in the NFL. He probably pays his gardener that salary. This is nothing to him. So I also saw that the Patriots and Panthers have banned fans in the past for throwing drinks. That is a real punishment. That's a real punishment. If you want somebody to understand your message, you do that. But this fine is not going to do anything to him. Like, have him deliver Chinese food for a week. I mean, have him fight a bear. He can fight a bear. Have him deliver Chinese food while riding a bear. Then he'll know, okay, I fucked up. You know what? I don't want to do this again. But you know what? At any rate, the Panthers, who are 2-14, have already clinched the league's worst record heading into the final week of the season. Panthers fans, I've noticed, I saw this online, Panthers fans have started a petition to try to remove Tepper as their owner. I mean, at best, Tepper has hired NFL executives who have failed to perform at their own jobs. He also hired some people, some coaches, who I'll get to later, and Tepper won't even let them do their own job. Tepper's stepping in. Tepper is tip-tapping all over the coach's function. Upon taking over the team, he hired Matt Rule, as we all know. Matt Rule had a pair of 5-win seasons with a bad roster in his first 2 years. And then Tepper fired him after a 1-4 start in his third year. Matt Rule, who originally signed a 7-year, $62 million contract. Tepper, who didn't even want to pay Matt Rule the remaining length of his contract. The dispute apparently is over $5 million, and Tepper cannot possibly care about that. So then, to replace Matt Rule, Tepper hired former Indianapolis head coach Frank Reich. But he fired Frank Reich after a 1-10 start. During that losing, Frank Reich said at the time that Tepper had weekly meetings with his coach. Reich described their chats as diplomatically as possible, but he was clear that Tepper is a man with some passionate ideas about his football team which might get better on the field. Reich, who has NFL experience, Reich, who has played the game for more than a decade and had coached in it for 18 years. There's different philosophies in ownership, Reich said. Some owners kind of stay away and don't engage a whole lot. Other owners do. And his philosophy is that he's going to engage. He ended up firing Frank Reich, who was a respected head coach in the league. I mean, he did wonders with Andrew Luck his first year with the Colts, and then Andrew Luck pieced the hell out, and now he's doing spelling bees every single Sunday afternoon. Frank Reich is respected, and you're going to fire him immediately after a 1-10 start. What type of message does that send to your locker room, to your employees, to your front office? That nobody is safe. They've had a mirage of quarterbacks since Tepper took over. They've had Teddy Bridgewater, Sam Darnold, who they traded up a second-round pick, gave him 1 season and told him to piece the hell out. Baker Mayfield. And then also, I don't know if you guys remember Josh McCown, who was salivating, nearly had an erection while looking at freaking CJ Stroud in the pre-draft process. Nearly told him, hey, we're going to draft your ass. And what ends up happening? They take Bryce Young over CJ Stroud. I wonder why. I wonder who made the final decision on that. If the coaches are making the decision, you're paying these coaches who do the scouting report, who meet these players, and they can't make the decision. I also saw that The Athletic reported in December that the Panthers building right now is rife with backstabbing and discord. I can't stand people who think they're better than everybody else. I really can't. A sense of entitlement. Just because they're rich, their status. Just because they think they've accomplished more than somebody else. Because at the end of the day, we're all going to be buried 6 feet deep. We're all on the same level playing field. We're all on the same planet. We all have shit stains in our underwears. Taylor Swift has shit stain in her underwear, dude. We all do. So if you go ahead and walk around like you're freaking better than somebody, your sense of entitlement, your aura, just your aura of arrogance, you have to treat the janitor the same way you treat the freaking owner at any place. Not the NFL, not the anywhere. Anywhere. That's how it's supposed to be. Treat everyone with respect. We're all humans. Life is horrible. Life is shit. We have to drag each other to the finish line. We have to help each other. And this jackass is over here freaking showing that he is completely inept of acting like a civil human being. This is not his first rodeo with this. This is not his first rodeo. He's been doing this since he took over. Look at the timeline. This is the type of behavior that I expect from a child. Not from a guy who is 66 years old who has erectile dysfunction on fleek. I know he has. I bet you he has ED, dude. I bet you he has ED. This man be popping them blue chews left and right. Oh. Also saw that there was a report saying that the Panthers were interested in Ben Johnson, the coveted Ben Johnson, who was the offensive coordinator of the Lions. Who the hell is going to want to work in this environment? Nobody's going to want to go to freaking Carolina. Because I feel bad for the Carolina Panthers fans. I really do. I feel like all 31 other fan bases, we should all send them our nudes or something like that. So, something to put a smile on their face. Send them our nudes, reaffirming quotes. Let's do something. We should start a GoFundMe for these Panthers fans because they're going to be using BetterHelp. BetterHelp coupon code Tepper. I should stop laughing. I'm being a dumb dick. I'm being a dumb dick. It's sad because I truly don't see Tepper tapping his way out of this. He is going to be the owner for the foreseeable future. Unless something drastic happens. I feel bad, man. I really do. Panthers fans don't deserve this, dude. Because they don't have their first overall pick this year. They traded it. I want to give North Carolina or whatever. I don't know what we call them, Carolinian. I want to give a Panthers fan a hug right now. I really just a nice gentleman hug. No, just a hug. And I rest my head on your shoulder. Just like that. Like a little hetero touch. Just, you know what I mean? Like a hetero touch on the shoulder. I'm like, I'm here for you, dude. If you guys agree with me, let me know in the comments. I mean, is Tepper really the worst owner? I mean, Snyder's out, Tepper's in. So you guys got, I mean, like, I can't think of, I mean, don't get me wrong. Most of these owners are complete assholes. They're all douchebags. They're all entitled pricks. I get that, okay? But one of them is the mega prick out of them all. So let me know, man. Let me know. What do you guys think? Is Tepper really the worst NFL owner right now? I think so, but I could be wrong. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. All right, till next time.